Welcome back. Today we are breaking down the science of muscle growth in the simplest and most practical way possible. No complicated biology terms, no confusing charts, just a clear explanation of how your body builds muscle and how you can use that knowledge to grow stronger, look better, and train smarter. Let's begin with the foundation. Muscle growth happens when your body responds to stress. When you lift weights or perform resistance exercises, you create tiny amounts of damage inside your muscle fibers. These are microscopic tears. They are not dangerous. They are the trigger that tells your body to grow. Your body then begins a repair process. It sends nutrients, hormones, and specialized cells to patch up the damaged fibers. But here is the important part. Your body does not just repair the muscle to its previous level. It rebuilds it slightly stronger and slightly thicker so that it can handle the same stress more easily in the future. This is called adaptation, and adaptation is the heart of muscle growth. Now let's talk about the three core drivers of muscle growth. The first driver is mechanical tension. This simply means the force your muscles experience during an exercise. When you lift something challenging and your muscles have to work hard to move it, that creates tension. The more controlled and intentional your movements are, the greater the tension. This is why slow, focused reps often build more muscle than fast, sloppy reps. The second driver is muscle damage. This is the microscopic tearing we mentioned earlier. You feel this as soreness the next day. You do not need extreme soreness to grow, but some level of controlled stress on the muscle is helpful. This is especially true when you challenge your body with new movements or new weights. The third driver is metabolic stress. This is the burning feeling you get during high rep sets. When your muscles feel tight and pumped, that is metabolic stress. This process builds up lactate and other molecules that signal your body to grow. Heavy lifting creates tension. Moderate weight with higher reps creates metabolic stress. Both play a role in the full muscle building process. Now that you understand the three drivers, let's talk about the most important principle in training. Progressive overload. Muscle will not grow if the stimulus stays the same. Your body is smart. Once it adapts to a certain weight or routine, that routine stops producing the same results. Progressive overload means gradually increasing the challenge over time. You can do this by adding weight, increasing reps, slowing your tempo, adding sets, or improving your form. Even a small change tells your body that new growth is required. Next, let's talk about the role of protein. Protein is the building block of muscle tissue. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids. These amino acids repair the muscle fibers you stress during your workout. If you do not eat enough protein, your body cannot build muscle effectively, no matter how hard you train. Most people need more protein than they think. Spacing your protein throughout the day helps your body stay in a growth-friendly state. Now let's look at hormones. Your hormones play a huge role in muscle development. Growth hormone and testosterone support repair, recovery, and strength. Insulin helps move nutrients into your muscle cells. Cortisol, however, works against muscle growth when it stays elevated for too long. High stress, poor sleep, and overtraining can increase cortisol and slow down progress. You do not need perfect hormone levels for muscle gain, but understanding the basics helps you make smarter choices. Sleep is another key piece of the puzzle. Muscle growth does not happen in the gym. It happens when you rest. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and repairs your muscles at the fastest rate. If you sleep poorly, your recovery slows, your muscles stay fatigued, and your performance drops. So if you want to grow, prioritize recovery as much as your workout. Now let's talk about the nervous system. Many people forget that strength and muscle growth are not just physical. Your brain plays a huge role. When you train consistently, your brain learns how to activate your muscles more efficiently. You become more coordinated, more explosive, and more stable. This is why beginners often get stronger before they get bigger. Their nervous system is adapting first. Another important concept is muscle fibers. Your muscles have different types of fibers, and each type responds differently to training. Fast twitch fibers are powerful and respond well to heavy lifting. Slow twitch fibers are more endurance-based and grow with higher reps and time under tension. A balanced training program should target both. This is why a mix of heavy sets, moderate sets, and high rep sets leads to the best overall muscle growth. Now let's break down one of the biggest myths in fitness. You do not need to train to failure every time to grow muscle. Training to failure can help, but only when used wisely. If you train to failure on every set, your recovery will suffer and your progress may stall. Instead, aim to leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank on most sets and push closer to failure on your last set or when doing isolation exercises. Nutrition plays a bigger role than people realize. You need energy to build muscle. If you are not eating enough calories, your body struggles to add new tissue. This is why eating slightly above maintenance calories is often recommended when trying to gain muscle. Carbohydrates give you energy for intense workouts. Fats support your hormones. Protein builds the muscle. When all three are balanced, your body thrives. Hydration is another key factor. Water is involved in almost every metabolic process in your body. Being dehydrated even slightly can reduce strength, decrease endurance, and slow recovery. Hydrated muscles perform better and grow faster. Finally, consistency is everything. Muscle growth is a slow and steady process. You do not transform in 1 week. You transform through months of training, eating well, sleeping well, and gradually increasing the challenge. Small improvements repeated over time lead to dramatic changes. When you understand how muscle growth works, you stop guessing and start training with purpose. You know why your program matters. You know why your meals matter. And you know why your rest matters. Every rep, every meal, and every night of sleep becomes part of a system designed to make you stronger.